So we now talk about what it takes to determine the value of a customer, so the customer value. Before we get into this topic, we just look at the requirements for customer evaluation methods. So what does a method need to bring in order to be the right method to evaluate a customer value? So first of all, the method needs to highlight or point out the economic efficiency of customer relationship measures used to attain a high customer value. Of course, each method should consider uncertainties or hidden risks in order to evaluate a customer value. Of course, we want to evaluate the complete value of a customer, and of course, we also want a future orientation, although there are also methods which look into the back, so which use past data and past information in order to evaluate the status quo, or in order to look into the future to appreciate customers in the future. And of course, each method should focus on the value orientations, so should focus on the actual value of each customer. So these are the requirements for methods to evaluate the customer. So let's look at the dimensions of a customer value. So we differentiate between two basic dimensions. First, there is the type. And second, a temporal dimension, so the time. Regarding type, we differentiate between monetary and non-monetary aspects or dimensions. So monetary aspects refer to acquisition costs, so money used to attract customers. We also have cross or upselling potential and of course cost savings. So when we talk about non-monetary costs, we talk about how to increase product acceptance due to sustainability, for example, or we also talk about information potential, our recommendation potential. So what is the likelihood that a customer recommends us as business owners to another customer? So when we talk about time, we have the two dimensions. So we either look back, so have historical perspectives, or we look forth and have a future-oriented perspective. So when we look back, we conduct a customer value assessment carried out in the past, so on the basis of past data or past information. So when we take a future-oriented perspective, we look forth, we value the customer value on the basis of extrapolated future data, so on the basis of data which might occur in the future. So after talking about the requirements and the dimensions of customer values and methods to evaluate the customer value, I want to present an overview of evaluation methods. So first of all, we differentiate between one-dimensional and two-dimensional evaluation methods. And it's the same pattern in each of the two types. So in each type, we differentiate between non-monetary and monetary types, so called subtypes. And we also look at the temporal dimension. So is the method past-oriented or future-oriented? And then we identified the particular methods. So I will start with the one-dimensional customer evaluation methods, and I will pick out the non-monetary methods. So we differentiate between past-oriented, then we have a satisfaction analysis. We also have future-oriented, non-monetary, one-dimensional methods, which is the loyalty ladder. We have monetary methods, so the past-oriented, monetary, one-dimensional method is the ABC analysis. And we have future-oriented, monetary, one-dimensional methods, which is the customer lifetime value and extensions. And when it comes to multi-dimensional methods, we also have this distinction between non-monetary and monetary methods. So I will start with past-oriented, non-monetary, multi-dimensional methods. We have the scoring models, when we look into the future and take in a future-oriented perspective, we have the portfolio analysis. And last but not least, I want to point out a future-oriented monetary multidimensional method, which is the retention model, but we also have the migration models. So we will talk about these methods in detail in further videos.